Hello, Juan. How are you today?
Good.
Okay, pretty
Very
good.
good.
Well,
Very good. Well, if I can answer quick, the reason why is because I am putting to sleep my baby, right?
oh, okay. That's pretty good. No problem. Okay, that's something cute from you. Thank you for being here. We will wait for your classmates. Let me text them on the WhatsApp group, and then we start. Okay.
Okay. No, no.
Well, I already texted our classmates, so I hope they will come in a moment. Okay. Thank you for being here, Juan, in our class for today. Well, in this opportunity, remember that this is the last day of classes in this week. Remember that in the last weeks that we have classes, so we have classes until Friday. But in this opportunity, we will only have classes until Thursday, and the same thing next week. Okay. So thank you for being here, Juan. And Sonia have just connected. Hello, Sonia. How are you today?
I'm great teacher. Well,
Okay.
so teacher.
Oh, so.
Because it was raining and I wet.
Oh, okay. I'm really sorry, Sonia. Actually, over here, it's also raining. Some minutes ago, well, the lights went off, but now, well, we have electricity, so we can continue with the class. Okay. Juan, Sonia, and Javier is connecting. Thank you for being here.
Looking.
Yes, I am. Okay. I consider I am. So, guys, in this moment, we are going to start with our class. And, well, today we have to practice the topics that we have learned during this week. So, guys, before we start, let's think about the following question. Let me share my screen with you, and then we can start. Okay, everybody, this is the following question that we have to practice for today. Tell me, please, what are the most popular attractions in your country? You know that something that we have in El Salvador is that there are a lot of touristic places. So, Juan? The coast?
No, Secot is the most
Secot, come on.
Attractive.
Okay, Juan. Well, nowadays it's very famous. So, well, a lot of people know that place because of news and yeah, now it looks like a really interesting attraction, but we don't want to go there. Okay, right now let's think about what are the most popular attractions in our country. Well, Juan, okay, I really like it. Okay, so that was a great joke. So what do you think? What are some of the most popular attractions in El Salvador?
Surf City is one of them.
Have you ever gone to Surf City?
No, I have never gone there, but I will. But I would like go someday.
Okay.
The other one is Santana volcano.
Okay. Yes. And
have you ever gone to the? Have you ever gone to the Casa de Cristal in Cerro Verde?
Yes, I have. I have been camping there.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
It's a good place.
Yes, actually, those most of the places that are nearby the Santa Ana volcano are great places. For example, well, Casa de Cristal, also, well, Izalco volcano, which is another volcano. Coatepeque Lake is not close, very close, but it's another place that it's in the same area. Well, in Santa Ana, right? So those are pretty good places. Have you ever visited any of those, Juan? The ones that you mentioned? Well, Surf City never. What about Santa Ana
No,
volcanoes?
no,
Progress.
I just watch and YouTube. But well, as you know, our country was uh, a little difficult for the
Oh yeah.
crime, right? And well, everyone have been scared.
Okay.
Everyone have been scared all this time, and that's why well, I, I'm not well. That's why I couldn't go to a lot of places that I wanted before. But now I'm thinking to visit it, to
Okay.
visit them, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
uh,
Uh-huh.
all those places that I said before, I would like to go and I see them for myself.
Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. Actually, those, let me see. Well, I have gone to Santa Ana volcano. It's a great experience that you should have. And about Surf City, well, it's also another good place. So I hope you can go and visit those places. Okay, Juan? Thank you for sharing about places you want to visit. And yes, they are really attractive to tourists. Now let's see. Well, let's pay attention to Marcela. Okay, Marcela, hello. How are you today?
Hello, teacher.
Hi, how
It's
are you today?
raining here.
Oh, I'm really sorry. Actually, well, over here it's also raining. Now at this moment it's not raining too strong, but it's still raining. Okay. Well, thank you for being here, Marcela. Tell me, what are the most attractive, or sorry, the most popular attractions in El Salvador? What do you think?
In my opinion, I think the Ruta de las Flores.
Okay, okay, the Ruta de las Flores is a good place to go and visit. Have you ever gone to these places? Because there are many places in la Ruta de las Flores. Have you ever gone to these places?
Yes, I
Okay,
yes, and I visited en Apaneca, Concepción de Ataco, Nahuizalco, and others.
and others. Okay, that's pretty good. And how was the experience? Was it interesting, or how was it?
It was a beautiful experience. I like the weather and the uh, la vista,
Oh, the view.
the view and taxis.
Okay, that's nice. Okay, that's a great experience. I have also gone there, and I consider that that's another great experience that you can have. Actually, most of the places in the occidental area are really interesting. Okay, so thank you for sharing,
I
Marcela.
want to
That's
say something,
yes. Tell me, Juan.
and I am yellow.
About what?
Where you live, it's raining, and here it doesn't rain.
Really? Where do you live?
In Nuevo Lourdes, La
Oh,
Libertad, Lourdes,
okay.
Colón, right?
Well, I don't know why it's not raining over there. maybe it will in the following days. Maybe, okay.
But I'm jealous. I'm really jealous.
Okay, but don't feel
because it's really hot here.
Oh, but don't feel
the rain, but
don't feel too jealous. Actually, it's raining, but it is still hot. What about you, Marcela? Are you hot right now, or it's kind of cool?
Repeat, teacher.
Oh, well, you mentioned that it's raining nearby your house, but is it still hot, or now it's cool? The weather is cool or hot?
It's hot.
It's hot.
Yes.
So you see, Juan, okay, so there is not too much to be jealous about. It is still hot, but it's something good. Well, thank you for sharing, Marcela and also Juan, about this. What about you, Javier? How are you today?
Hi, good evening. Well, I am happy because the weekend is coming.
Yeah, okay, that's a good thing, right? So it's almost weekend. So tomorrow, we don't have classes, so we can relax at night. And then during the weekend, if you don't work, so you can relax also and enjoy your time. Okay, right now, let's see. Javier, tell me, what are the most popular attractions in your country?
Well, I have been to many attractive places in El Salvador. For example, the Devil's Door, Puerta del Diablo,
Okay. Uh-huh.
and Boca Raton Park. And well, I live in Ilopango, and I think Ilopango Lakes is great.
Yeah, it's a great place.
And other example, Archaeological Park, San Andres.
Oh, okay. I haven't visited any archaeological place in El Salvador, so I'm really sorry because of it. But I haven't visited those places. But it's cool. Okay.
Hey,
any other place, Javier?
For example, the last year I went with my family Foresa.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, it sounds like really interesting places. I like it, Javier. Thank you for sharing about it. Well, have you ever have you ever visited all of those places that you mentioned?
Sorry.
Have you visited all the places that you mentioned?
Yes.
Okay, so you are a great tourist. That's good.
Yes.
How is Pureza?
Oh, repeat again.
How is Pureza?
Oh, how is Pureza?
Pureza is close.
Pureza is like
that I live, but I have never gone there. How is there?
Okay, so Javier, can you tell us how is Pureza?
Pureza is like a zoo in El Salvador, but the animals are beautiful and how do you say, bien cuidados? I don't know.
Well, they are, well, people
take care of.
People take care of them.
Yeah, yes. And the place is the weather. Oh.
And it's true the animal is walking free in the area.
I saw tiger white. Yeah, I think it was interesting.
Well, Juan, I can answer your question, and it's that they are not how can I say this? Well, they are not totally free, but they have a great space in which they can go and walk.
Oh yeah, yes.
So the thing is that they are not in jails, like
yes,
well, sorry, in cages, like animals in National Zoo were here in El Salvador. Nowadays, that zoo is not working anymore. Now Pureza is the only zoo that we have in El Salvador. Most well, this is more natural area than a zoo.
True.
Well, that's the concept that they work in.
John, you should visit
can,
that place. It's great.
They can
amazing.
move a little bit friendly, right?
Yeah, that's right. They can move nearly, but they are still in like close spaces to avoid people to touch them or to, well, an accident can happen, right? That's the thing. So that's good. Okay, guys, I wanted to continue with this topic, but it's almost well, we have to continue with more activities. We will listen to Sonia and then Brian. So tell me, Sonia, in your opinion, what are the most popular attractions in your country?
Okay, teacher. In my case, I have been visited El Pital. I think that place is so exciting and the weather is so amazing. And I think that place is excellent to I forget the word.
Okay, well, don't worry. But I have a question. Was El Pital extremely cold when you went there?
No. The people that they live in there said that the best weather is in December, and I came in June.
Okay, so that's why.
Yeah.
So that's not good. But well, at least you have that experience. Yes.
Yes. Yes. The weather is always cold.
Okay, it was still cold, but not too cold as some people expected, right?
Yes.
Good job. Okay, thank you for
cold of the rest of the country, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. Let's see. What right now, Brian? What about you? Tell me. Well, what are the most popular attractions in your country, in El Salvador?
Okay, for me, it's the monumental El Salvador del Mundo.
Okay, that's a good place to go. Well, mostly in December. I consider that in December, there are a lot of activities in that place. But why do you consider that's a very popular place?
Because it's a similar, the angel, Independence Angel in Mexico is a similar monument. Because the stranger asked question, what is the best monument in El Salvador? Is El Salvador del Mundo. You can visit, and it's considered because it's the place for different events. And for example, you are December or a Catholic church is events. It's a place to many people.
Okay, you have a great point. Well, in this place, as I mentioned, because I was part of those activities, I went in December. That's why I mentioned that there are a lot of activities, right? But I forgot about that. There are also many events, for example, as you mentioned, Catholics events. Also, maybe if there is a concert, sponsored by San Salvador.
Challenge.
Have some challenges, or the San Salvador mayor, which is Mario Duran. So there are some events that even he is sponsored together with the city hall. So well, that's a good thing that you mentioned. I have never thought what's the most popular monument. Okay, we have a lot of attractions. Okay, we have beaches, we have volcanoes, we have mountains, we have a waterfall in Tamanique. So there are many places, but I have never think about a monument. That's a good point. Okay, Brian. Well, as you can see, guys, today we are talking about different places and giving recommendations about places to go. So if you haven't visited all these places or any of these places, like Juan, I'm sorry, Juan. So you can have now the opportunity to visit them. And remember, why are we talking about this kind of things? Because everybody, in our last classes, we have been talking about modal verbs for obligation, also for necessity, remember, need to. And of course, we have been talking about suggestions, okay? That's why, everybody, it is important to take into account these modals at the moment of giving instructions and recommending these places. For example, everybody, let's start with the obligation review. Remember that in this topic, we study these two modal verbs, must and have to. Everybody, please, let's pay attention to the use of must. We will listen to Javier in this moment. Okay, Javier, help me please reading the information of must.
Okay. Must. Official written rule. You must be 18 or older to vote. That or a strong moral obligation. You must respect your parents.
Okay, thank you for reading, Javier. Right now, we will stop over there. As you can see, everybody, when we are talking about must, first of all, this is something that we didn't mention in our last class about modals. And it is that when we have to write rules, in some cases, everybody, it's better if we use must. For example, you must be 18 or older to vote. And the other one, that's the concept that we studied in our last class about this topic. And it's about moral obligation. Remember that the difference that we found about must and have to is that we use must when we are talking about an obligation that you consider it's mandatory because of your point of view or someone else's point of view, okay? Then everybody, we use have to when we are talking about obligations that not only you consider, but some places consider are important, okay? Brian, help me out reading the use of have to, please.
Okay, teacher. Have to. Using in place of must when speaking, not a modal verb. Example, she has to finish report by 5 p.m. maybe?
Okay, very good. Let me check. Well done. Yes, we could say that 5 p.m., okay, because it has more logic. So very good job, okay? In this moment, we can see that it's better when we speak, or it's more common that when we speak, we use have to instead of using must, okay? So if we are speaking, guys, it's more common that people use have to, and at the moment of writing, it's more common to use must, okay? That's a good difference, guys, or a great difference that we can remember to create examples in the correct way, okay? Then everybody, this is about obligations. So remember, when we are talking about places we want to visit, there are obligations or there are rules that we have to remember. For example, guys, if you go to a volcano, there are some rules you have to follow. And also there are some instructions the tour guide is going to give you over there. And it's the same thing when you are in other places. So remember, guys, to think about this because we are going to practice in a moment. Also, guys, there are some modal verbs that we use for advice or for to make suggestions. What are the modal verbs that we use, Sonia?
Should and ought.
Very good. Should, oughta, and the other one, guys, that it's over here, it's had better. Remember that had better is not a modal. In this case, had better is an expression that we can use for suggestions. Remember that after all these modals and expressions, we have to use a verb in base form. So we can say should, take, ought to take, or had better take. So in the three cases, guys, we have to use a verb in base form. Right now, guys, we are going to have a short practice. Just give me a second. Okay, we will have a short practice about the use of have to, must, and need to. Remember, guys, that it depends. It will depend. Give me a second. What is happening with my mouse? Okay, it will depend, guys, on the context of the sentence, which is the correct modal verb that we have to use. In some of the sentences, guys, there are more than one possible answer. So we can say, maybe in some examples, we can use must or have to, or we can use need to or needn't to, okay, or don't need to, okay? Very good. In this moment, everybody, let's start with this activity, okay? We have to use have to, must, and need to. It can be, everybody, in affirmative or in negative way, okay? There is no problem, so we can use it in any of those ways. Okay, to start with activity, let's pay attention to Juan. Okay, Juan, you will be my first volunteer. So tell me, what is the correct sentence number 1?
It's fun when you say volunteer.
So I'm sorry, but you are my volunteer.
Okay. Have to, must, and need. It's a quiz, right?
Yes.
Well, I think it's have to.
Okay, we have to. Let's see. We
have
have to. Okay, so can
To
you read
go.
the complete sentence, please?
Yes. I have to go to the new sushi bar in town. Yes. Kev or Keith?
Kev.
Kev, right. Kev says it's amazing.
Okay, very good. That's a great answer. So thank you for your participation, Juan. Now let's check. Brian, you will be our volunteer. Well, our participant. No more volunteers, participants. Okay. So
No,
Brian,
don't worry. It's good. It's good.
it's good to have you like volunteers that I pick. Good. Okay, what do you think, Brian?
It's the same. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just one. It's the same when my teacher said, "Who is my victim?" It's
Oh yeah.
almost the same. Just
yeah, that's similar, but well, that sounds even more rude. So, victims. Okay, now come on, Brian. Tell me what is example number 2 in your opinion?
Oh my God. I don't know what they mean. The bother.
Bother is something that maybe can make you feeling uncomfortable or can make you get angry.
Okay. No, now and have to. I don't know. Maybe
Let's see.
Oh my God.
So you bother helping me move now. I have enough helpers. So maybe bother could be like, there is no problem if you don't help me. Well, in the context of the sentence, there is no problem if you don't help me because I have a lot of people helping me. Okay, so what do you think can be the right answer?
Maybe need to.
You need.
But I'm not sure. I honestly.
Okay, but do you think, well, need to, it's a good answer. It's possible. But do you think is it in affirmative or in negative form?
Is it a negative form?
In negative. Okay. So we will use don't need to. Okay. So what is the complete sentence, Brian?
No. I'm not sure, I honestly.
Oh, only read. Right now, only read.
Okay. You don't need to bother help me. Moving now, I have enough helpers.
Okay, so that person have a lot of helpers, a lot of people moving with him. So he doesn't or she doesn't need more help. That's pretty good. Now let's continue with, okay, in this moment, it's time to listen to a girl. Please, Sonia, tell me what is the correct sentence number 3?
Swimming costumes must be worn at all the time.
Okay,
All
must. Okay, must be worn at all times. Okay, good job. Thank you, Sonia. That was really fast. Thank you. What about example 4? Tell me, please, Javier, what is example 4? I get my tire fixed as soon as possible. What do you think, Javier? Have to, must, or need to? What is the right answer?
Sorry, I have microphone off.
Okay.
Okay, let me see. Well, what is the meaning tire?
Tire is the wheel of the car. Let me see if I have an emoji.
Well, I think I had to get my tire fixed ASAP.
Okay, so what did you say is the right answer?
I had to.
I have to. Okay, let me write it to remember. So I have to. Okay, good job. Thank you. Let's see. Let's continue right now, and we have to listen to Marcela. Okay, hello, Marcela. Help me right now with example number 5. So what could be the right answer?
Okay. You and Dave. Let's see my new summer house. Should.
Oh, right now, look at this. Okay, that's a good option, but look at this. Right now, have to, must, or need to. What is the right answer?
Must.
Must, okay. So what is the complete sentence, Marcela?
You and they must come over and see my new summer house.
Okay, very good, thank you. And well, Maria, help me with example 6. What could be the right sentence? Have to, must, or need to? Remember that it can be an affirmative or negative.
Okay. You must be late of Nana will be very angry.
Okay, you must. Okay, But look at the context. You must be late of Nana. Will be angry, will be very angry. So is it affirmative or negative?
All right. You mustn't
Very good.
be late.
You mustn't be late. Okay, very good. It sounds better. So you mustn't be late. So if you are late, you will get in trouble. But you will not be like that. Okay, you will not be late. So thank you. Well, now let's check together what is the right answer for example 7 and 8. Okay, example 7, I desperately go to the toilet. So okay, very good. I need, okay, so I have a necessity, okay? So I desperately need to go to the toilet. So I am running because I have a necessity right now, okay? In the example, right? In example 8, you buy me a living gift. What could be the right word? Have to, must, or need to? What do you think? You buy me a living gift. What's your opinion, Brian? What do you think?
You have to. No, but
You have to? Yes?
yes.
Okay. Can you read the complete sentence? You have to?
I know can read it because okay. You have to buy me a little gift.
Nice. Okay. Right now, everybody, we are going to check all the examples. Remember that some of these examples have more than one possible answer. So you can have maybe one or two possible answers. The important thing, guys, is to create examples according to the context of this sentence, okay? Let's check. Example, well, let me move it. This is number 1. 1 second, guys. This is number 1. This is number 2. This is number 3. Number 4. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Okay, let's check if all the answers are correct. As you can see, number 1, actually the 3 models were correct. If you use have to or must or need to, the context can help you to use any of those. Okay, so because of the context, we can use the 3 options. So it's correct. Number 2, we can use needn't or don't have to. In this case, guys, needn't, it's another way to use need in negative, but don't need to, it's also possible because remember, we are using the structure of a question as in simple present. Number 3, the only possible answer was must. Why, everybody? Because example number 3, swimming costumes must be worn at all times. It's well, it looks like a written rule that you can find in a water park. For example, if you go to Apusunga, if you go to Los Chorros, if you go to Atlantis, so you can find that rule in written way. Now, everybody, example 4, we can use have to, must, or need to. So the context is not a problem to create an example in any of those ways. Number 5, the same have to, must, or need to. We use must. Good job. In example 6, it was great, so we say mustn't. So remember that in this case, we are not talking about rules that are written, but we are talking about something that is morally correct, okay? So it is good, according to society, it is good that you are on time in places that you have been invited. In this case, if you go to your nana's house. Example 7, need to, because we are talking about necessities, something that we can skip or we can avoid doing. And in the last example, guys, well, this is in past, but well, the correct example, because of the context, it's better if we use negative. So didn't have to, or you don't have to, okay? It was a great example, guys. As you can see, 7 of the 8 examples were correct. The last example, it's because the answers are well, the context of the sentence or the grammar in the sentence is correct, but maybe the answer is not the same, but grammatically is correct. Now, everybody, we have to move to our next practice, and I consider one important activity. Okay, right now, everybody, we will work in pairs. What are we going to do? Okay, I have 2, 4, 6 people. So, guys, everybody, we are going to work in pairs. What do you have to do? Okay, look at this. Share with your classmates some important information that tourists have to know when they travel to El Salvador. You had 5 minutes to get ready with some ideas about it. For example, everybody, when we are talking about some important information that tourists have to know or they need to know, we are talking about, for example, guys, information of things they have to bring, of places they have to visit. So you can mention all that kind of information. For example, you can say, I am a Salvadorian person and I consider that you have to visit La Ruta de las Flores because it's an incredible place. It's an amazing place in which you can take a lot of pictures. So you need to bring your camera to take a lot of pictures, or your cell phone. Also, you can try different kind of local food. There are a lot of restaurants, so you need to go to those restaurants and eat many dishes that we have only in El Salvador. So you can mention different information about, well, something that you consider it's important for tourists at the moment they come to El Salvador. Nowadays, guys, you know, it's not too dangerous as it was some months ago, but you can also mention too, okay, you have to be careful in the places you go. And remember, you always have to bring dollars, okay? So that's something that everybody knows, okay? Do you have any question about this? Questions or no questions about the activity? Okay. If there are no questions about this activity, guys, remember that we are going to work in groups. So try to think about some ideas with your classmate, and then we will share over here in the main room, okay? You will have 5 minutes to get ready, and then we can start talking over here. Right now, talk to your classmate in the breakout room, and then everybody, we come here to speak about that, okay? See you in 5 minutes. Bye-bye.
Boarding in progress.
Hello, Brian.
Hello,
Juan.
Brian. What?
Can you listen
Yes.
to me?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Loud and clear.
Very good. Well, I don't know why, but you couldn't move to the breakout room. So if you want, you can practice over here. You will have 5 minutes, and I will be moving around.
Okay.
Okay, you can practice together.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know this place.
Okay, it's new. But it's great. Or tell me other example.
Um. Okay. I don't know. But, I don't know. When the tourists to visit El Salvador, I recommend to eat pupusas.
All the time. Okay. For example,
Yes, and
you are tourist and I am the recommendation
uh-huh.
for you. Okay. For example, you have to go to the beach to Tucos Beach.
All right. Yes.
I think Tunco is one of the the most visited for tourists. I think so.
Yes, and also this person must to eat pupusas.
O lo quilta.
Yes, or quilt.
Maybe they must be visit. No, they must visit Oloquilta to eat pupusas.
Yes, I agree.
Another
maybe they must visit Suchitoto.
do you know that place?
Yes, and the weather is hot because it's really interesting and the Suchitlang's lake is a nice place.
Okay. Okay, you recommend it.
Yes, I recommend it. And what's another thing?
Okay, another. Mm. Maybe they I don't know. I don't know a lot of places.
Me too. I almost don't know many places.
Yes.
In this country, I think it's free to enter in El Salvador, but no, but not.
Yes, yes, yes. Hi, teacher.
Hello, how are you doing with activity?
We are talking about tourists around the world, and as my classmates said before, and there are a lot of countries on South America that need to visa to enter to El Salvador.
Okay, well, that's something interesting that that you mentioned about the visa. There are
Yes,
I really like that there are countries in which you can go without it.
yes, and as the same, there are a lot of countries that don't need the visa, just the passport to enter El Salvador. Which one of them is Japan? Japanese don't need to visa, just the passport.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know about it. Maybe because I don't know. I don't like that country. Yeah.
Yes, but Japanese don't drive according to Salvador. Their license is not available there.
Okay, well, I didn't know that. That's really interesting. Thank you for sharing, Juan. Well, right now I want to listen to, well, to some of you because of the time. So we will start right now listening to Javier and Maria. So hello, Javier, Maria. Who are you?
I'm great.
I'm
Okay.
good.
Okay, that's good. Can you share with us about, well, some important information that tourists need to know about El Salvador?
Okay. Well, some examples. Maybe if you are other country, when don't use dollar. Okay, you need to go to the bank to change money.
Okay, that's good. Any other important information that maybe people need to know to come to El Salvador or at the moment they are in El Salvador?
For example, you should visit Joya de Seren, for example.
What can you do in Joya de Seren?
For example, you can enjoy about ruinas and also
Archaeological center.
you can see the museum and there are a lot of things about Mayas, for example.
Houses.
Yes.
Okay, that's nice, Javier. Thank you for sharing this information. I always wanted to go since I was a child. I wanted to go to Joya de Seren and I have never gone. So maybe later. But that's great information that you shared about the money, about places to visit, and activities that you can do. Pretty good, Javier. Thank you. Let's see right now, Brian and Juan. Can you tell me about important information that people who come to El Salvador can need to know?
Yes, Brian. Start first.
Okay, well, we talk about where at different countries, where you're from, you need to visa to enter in El Salvador. For example, you are from Peru, you need a tramite one visa to tourist for to enter in El Salvador. It's not free.
Okay, so if you are from Peru and you come to El Salvador, you need visa.
Yes.
I didn't know that. And what about if you want to go to if you want to go from El Salvador to Peru, is it the same situation?
Yes, it's the same.
Okay. So good to know because, well, Peru is a good place to visit, at least because of touristic places. So I consider it's really interesting. And I have seen, at least in pictures and in videos, I have seen some places that you can go over there. What about you, Juan? Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I think I don't know how to say embajada, but I think if you don't have
the embassy.
The embassy, you're right. If you,
Oops, embassy.
I think if there's no embassy about a particular country, you need to visa. I think it's possible, right?
Yeah, I consider that it's possible because of that situation. I am not pretty sure about the embassies that we have here in El Salvador or the countries that have an embassy in our country. But well, now that you mentioned this topic, that it's when we want to travel or when people from other countries need to come to El Salvador, so it's kind of interesting to think about some things that we have to take into account. As you mentioned, some countries need a visa to come to El Salvador. Maybe, well, Juan, sorry, Javier also mentioned something important, and it's that people who come to El Salvador, it doesn't matter the country they are from, but if they come to El Salvador, so they need to pay in dollars. So that's a situation that it's common in all countries. So you know, if you go to any country, you need to pay in their local under local currency. So dollars in El Salvador and other currencies in different countries. Yes, Juan?
Yes. Well, in my case, I think tourists have to know many rules that we have here before they come in here, right? They have to look for information. Is the main yes is the main object, I guess, that they have to know. Secondly, well, they have to, well, they have dollars in them, some problems to them, but if they live in Argentina, they are so. I would say a bad word, but I stopped it, right?
Don't do it, please.
yeah,
Okay.
I know. Yeah, and well, and the last one, I think well, they should go to visit to our country. That we have amazing beaches and highest mountains and colorful towns, people amazing. So we have a little country, but we have a lot of things, right?
Yes.
So I think I know this year's tourists coming from El Salvador. I think they are trying to look for something new to watch and feel and I don't know, enjoy maybe.
Yeah, okay,
So,
that's a good point about those kind of things. Guys, I want to listen to all of you because I know we have different things or different comments to say, but guys, I'm really sorry because the time's up for today. I just want to tell you guys, I'm really happy that we like and we have different things to say about this topic. I really love to talk about different aspects that we have here in El Salvador. So that's I hope we can continue practicing this or we can continue this conversation in our next classes. Just before we go, guys, I want to mention the following. Please complete the last activities of Unit 4. Remember that today we finished Unit 4. And well, we have to continue with activity 4.4.3, and we finish in activity 4.4.5. And please take the exam for units 3 and 4. Okay, that's the main thing that we need to practice. Yes.
How many percent that we have by the end of the weekend?
Oh, great question.
For Monday.
For Monday, guys, we need to have 75% of completion of the activities. Okay. Well, guys, it was a pleasure to see you today, or to listen to you today. I hope to see you on Monday. Please enjoy your weekend and have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.